This is Trevor Greer, analyst with Coast to Coast Sports. Today's presentation is about the Fort Garry Invitational basketball tournament, a little bit about the history of the tournament, the legacy of the tournament, and the upcoming resurrection of FGIT.
Welcome everyone, it's Vin Robinson here today at Rocky's Hairstyling on Pembina Highway. We came into a gem of a place. It looks terrific in here. We were coming in here, knocking on door to door, looking for support for the return of the Fort Garry Invitational Tournament, and Rocky being one of the proud people to participate. Thank you so much, Rocky, for your participation and support of the tournament's return. Let's get some footage here and see exactly what Rocky's up to here with this fine gentleman here.
The fine gentleman.
He's doing a good job. Looks clean. How do you think the service is going today for you, sir?
Oh, it's excellent. I've been coming here for 50 years.
50 years, wow. That's amazing. So you see a lot.
Right? Is about right, Rocky? About 50 years?
45, 47, yeah, 45.
That's how long you two have known each other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. And yeah, when you're looking kind of around the walls and stuff like that, you see an old article right up here, the Winnipeg Free Press. This is kind of cool too here, solid as a rocko. So that's what we're finding here is Winnipeg gems in Fort Garry. Oddly enough, go ahead.
3 generations, 4 generations.
4 generations.
There's a picture there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see right here. This is ever cool. So this is amazing. This is the reason why we're trying to build up Fort Garry. It's one of the only business zones in Winnipeg that doesn't have a business zone attached to it. So we're out here lobbying, knocking door to door for the return of the tournament. We're finding terrific business owners such as Rocky here. Once again, thanks for the support, and continue to follow us on Coast to Coast Sports.
I founded the first barbershop at Pembina University Crescent, 1966. So I've been at Fort Garry and at Fort Rouge since I'm 66.
Wow.
And I worked 3 years across the street from Vincent Massey School.
There you go. So
there's a history there.
Yeah, there's a history there because you're Italian?
Yes.
Okay, so Morganti family?
Of course, I know.
Okay, so a lot of I went to Vincent Massey, I went to Fort Richmond, I went to Arthur Leach. So a lot of the Italians from that area, I'm very close friends with all of them. Yeah, terrific history. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm happy to have met you today. Thank you very much for your support. Welcome back after that commercial break, everybody. We're here with another long-standing business in the Fort Garry business sector. We're here with Walter. Walter is the owner of Life Sport. Walter, thanks for being here with us today.
You're very welcome.
Now, we stumbled across Walter because Walter was kind enough to give us his support for the return of the Fort Garry Invitational Tournament. Walter, you've been here for what, about 48 years or so?
That's right.
Yeah, so Walter knows exactly about the tournament. We were having a chat with Walter a little bit about how the industry has changed over the years. Give us your perspective on that.
Well, it's evolved. People are buying a wider array of bikes. There is a demand for electric assisted bikes, as an example, that wasn't on the radar 5 years ago. And that has helped in promoting cycling, because people who have some difficulties in mobility can still ride a bike and just turn the shifter to get some power.
Right. Now, let's talk about some things that we're all familiar with, which was COVID. Some businesses struggled during COVID, some did very well.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about your experience with the pandemic.
Right. Well, our position was that because COVID made participation in sports very restrictive, you could still ride a bicycle and be within a healthy, it was healthy for you, so you could do it. So consequently, both for us and other bicycle dealers, it was quite frankly a benefit rather than a detriment. One of the major problems, however, is that on a world scale, the demand has been so much for bicycles and aftermarket parts that the manufacturers have not had a chance to keep up with that demand, and shipping problems have also occurred that have contributed to a very limited availability of product.
So are you seeing a lot of older bikes that are coming in for repair that might have been sitting around?
No, it's been like that for a while though.
Yeah.
That's constant. Yeah.
That's constant.
Yeah.
Now, what are you telling your customers for when this supply and demand might be caught up?
I'm telling them what we're being told, and no one really knows. But it is an issue in every aspect of cycling.
So if people want to find you, where could they locate you? Pembina Highway, give them a landmark or a nice place.
Well, just a few blocks south of Confusion Corner.
Yeah, okay.
And as I said, we've been here for the equivalent of forever, so.
Great. So it's terrific, it's a terrific shop. Everything looks great here. We want people to get out, get active, and get involved. We're now in the endemic, and a cycling shop is a great place to make that happen. Walter, thanks for taking the time.
You're very welcome.
And
pleasure.
Come and check Walter out here at the cycling shop. Welcome back from that commercial break. We just left Fort Rouge Leisure Center and now we're over on Pembina Highway, but once again we're in Fort Garry. We're here at Smitty's and Grant, Pembina and Grant, sorry, with Kaylee, one of the owners of the Smitty's membership group.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today on this show.
It's my pleasure. So glad that you're here.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that brought us together is our common passion for community. And we're going to be getting together this coming weekend on Canada Day for our Reconciliation Block Party that's got so much to offer: pool, great food, drinks, ice cream. I mean, what more could you want on a great sunny day, plus 22. You're going to be out providing some service for us in a fundraising initiative to help amateur sport. Thank you very much for your service. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about your contribution. What got you active to want to kick in and help in this this promo?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's been a tough couple years for restaurants, for everybody really, and without the unreal support from our communities around each of our locations, we would absolutely not be at the point where we are and being able to kind of come out of that phase and be ready to serve again. So the community did a lot for us during 2 years of on and off closures, continuing to order takeout and supporting us in that way. And so it's just so exciting to be in a place where now we can get out there to the community events that they're passionate about and kind of pay it back a little bit from all the support that we got from people over the last 2 years.
Right.
And it's just so fun to be around groups of excited people again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone from snow to scorching heat. Where did all the snow go? The rivers are high. But now we get a chance to just see once again that beautiful smile without having a mask on, you know, pulling the community together. And that's what gets me excited about this block party.
Yeah.
So, you know, if nothing else comes out of this weekend, we just want to see people have a good time. It's about the mental health aspect, and you know, I just think that bigger and better things are to come out of our relationship as well.
Absolutely.
Which is a little bit of the tip of the iceberg, what I want to talk about today with you. We are lobbying for the return of the Fort Garry Invitational Tournament. You have 2 locations in the south end, one that will lend itself primarily to Vincent Massey and another one that will lend itself to Fort Richmond.
Right.
And I think that that's great. We're looking at you know, partnering on doing some future work together for the revival of that tournament. And once again, you know, it just keeps bringing a smile to my face that we have businesses in our community that are here to help be a part of something.
Totally.
Right? So I want to talk about some of the other things that you do.
Sure.
Okay? You guys are very much in the virtual space. And being in that virtual space, it gives an opportunity for people to find you, reward programs, etc. Tell me a little bit about that, because I tell you, I log online, I see some of your food product shots, and it makes me hungry. So,
well, that's the goal. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your social aspect push and the benefits that people will get out of your reward program.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things that really became a necessity even during COVID was that how can we reach the most people, how can we reward people who are visiting us multiple times, and how can we how can we make people want to come to Smitty's when it's maybe more convenient to eat at home or to go through a drive-through, right? And so the social media aspect played into that, as well as our new loyalty app that was launched. It launched during COVID, so it was really hard to kind of do that with people not being in stores. So now that we get more people out, it's really exciting to see it kind of gaining some momentum. So the loyalty program is awesome. It takes just a couple minutes. The app is called My Smitty's Rewards. You download the app, and then every time you visit, you scan a code that's on your receipt and you collect points. We have some great incentives on there with like Seniors First Tuesdays. So every Tuesday, seniors get double reward points. On some of like the big days like National Burger Day and that kind of thing, we also do double points to kind of entice people that way. And then once you collect 200 points, then you get a voucher on there for $10 off your next visit.
Wow.
And you can stack those, you can collect as many as you want. You also get a voucher for a free meal during your birthday month. If you have kids and you put your kids on there, then you'll also get a voucher for them for a free meal for on their birthday month, which is really great. There's not that many restaurants offering free birthday meals anymore. Right. That really kind of died with COVID. So fun to still be able to do that, and also works so great with the team aspect, right? For teams to be able to kind of make a joint account together, they can collect points every time they come, so that when it's the end of the season and it's the wind-up time, then they kind of have this collaborated group of points that they can use as part of their wind-up, or to celebrate a great season, or whatever, to just celebrate being able to be together. So it works really great from the individual standpoint, but also for you know, rewarding the teams for coming out and celebrating here after their games.
Right. And speaking of teams, I mean, I don't think that there's a Bomber night that I haven't driven past one of your patios, and it's rocking, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you guys offer a shuttle bus on game night, do you not?
Yeah, from both of our Pembina locations we do. So it's completely free. You just have to come eat or have a drink here beforehand, and we fill up the bus and send you on your way.
Right.
So that has been a lot of fun, and we offer that from both of our Pembina locations.
I mean, what more can you ask for? Smitty's is doing big things in your community primarily. Come down and check us out on the south end of the city, but there's a couple other locations that we should visit too.
Yeah,
right?
So the ones in our group that we have are this location where we're at now, Pembina and Grant.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the South Pembina location, as you mentioned, the Meadowood location if you're in St. Vital, and then also Steinbach if you're out in that direction.
Booting around. I think I'm going to check that one out next time I go for the drive. They say it's worth the trip.
Yeah.
So you've heard it here. We're going to be coming back with some terrific shots of wings. We're going to give you the promo to help your sports teams. You reach out to Manitoba Drive Coast to Coast Sports. We're going to tell you how you can gain great points through the reward program in order to take advantage of these great deals to help your sport organization. We'll be right back. We've got garlic, parmesan, kung pao, and salt and pepper. Now, welcome back. We just came out of our commercial break. We're now on the patio here at Smitty's, and we're going to get into some of these great flavors right away, but what we really want to talk about before we kick this off is our partnership that we have set in place with Smitty's. And here's how it works. We get into our rewards program, where you can contact Manitoba Drive or log on to coasttocoastsports.net. You'll reach out to us and we will get you registered so that you can be part of the reward program. Once you are part of the reward program, here's how it works. You will show your receipt for the purchase of your t-shirts. Once we get that, then we'll be able to set up your program. Your program gains you 5% on points every time you frequent a Smitty's location. Thank you very much for Smitty's for upping the 5 and matching the 5. So that means you'll get 10% at the end of your season. So you register for summer ball in September, there it is. We'll calculate how many points you have, and you can either redeem those points to be used as a team wind-up or apply that towards your t-shirts. So it's just that simple. Come visit us at one of the 4 Smitty's locations that were mentioned or that are up on your screen, or log on to coasttocoastsports.net to find out ways that you could redeem these great points. Now, when you get down here on a hot summer day, what else can you want besides a cold beer and wings? And it's not just Wednesday that you could get this, it's every day of the week. There's so much more on the menu to offer, so you definitely want to check out that reward program. Now, just to get into this, I might have to take my glasses off for this because we don't know if there's going to be any heat on this Kung Pao, so let's check it out. This is what you want. Great taste. I don't have much more to say, so you know what to do. Come down to Smitty's, try this out. Great things happening. We'll catch you next time. Welcome back to our show. We are now at a different arena that was suggested to us that we take a look at in order to revive and bring the sport of basketball and volleyball to professionalism. Last week we were in Fort Rouge. Today we are in Grant Park. Once again, another great area that's dense, well-maintained, and long-standing in our community. So, Charles A. Barber Arena, this is where we are. Now, One thing that I have to say is when you own property, without a doubt, something that always tends to occur is that you have to have ongoing maintenance in order to keep it up and running and to make it look good. Perhaps throughout a partnership or unloading one of these venues, it could make that occur and keep our community bright, clean, and even attract more people into the venue for a different platform of sport. You're going to come along for a walk with me so that we could point out a few things that would be required in order to bring our community up to snuff and make it a better place to live for all of our kids, all of our children, all of our families, aunts, uncles, everybody to participate in. So follow me, come along for the walk. So here we are. Like we said, we're not here to bash the city or bash anybody. We think that you guys do a terrific job. I actually take my hat off to you. It's not easy to balance and maintain all of this. But what we notice here in the summer as we walk around is some uncut lawn that's taking place, for example. When we go back toward the back side of the venue, we'll also notice that there's things back here such as garbage that compiles that would need to be cleaned up. Terrific arena. You look around here, we've got Grand Park School, we've got Grand Park Mall, we've got all of this here. We do have city workers that were out today, but it's difficult to say exactly what was taking place when we look at this arena. So unfortunately, because it's summertime, we're not able to access the inside of the arena, so we're just going to do a quick walk around the outside and take a look at the things that we do notice over here that seems to be a bit of an eyesore. So like anything, garbage needs to be collected on an ongoing basis. It's a little bit of a small garbage can here, and we're not sure if this belongs to the city or the school, but nevertheless, it needs to be cleaned up. Now, timing might have been great because we did talk about the grass. And it sounds like somebody's back here diligently at work cutting the lawn. So once again, taking my hat off to the city of Winnipeg for making sure that our soccer fields, our track fields, our parks are accessible and good for people to play on. But where things become a little bit of an eyesore might be something like this. You know, this building obviously has been tagged. Graffiti needs to be cleaned up. It's an eyesore to the community. Now, I'm a big fan of graffiti. I mean, I grew up with it. I'm part of the hip-hop culture. But with that being said, there's a time and a place for everything. So having a beautiful mural maybe on the side of the building that represents our community, our beautiful mosaic, and the sports that we have might be a better indication than tagging the back of the building. And I'll just give you a quick example about the difference of really cool graffiti, which in my opinion is this piece right here, which I really do like. And it's all kind of tying into our theme about art today. But then there's pieces that lack, and it just looks like it's tagged and something that could cause problems. So with that being said, we think that this might be a terrific venue, a terrific fit. It's on a highly populated, recognizable intersection. Our next stop that we'll be taking will be at another arena that's a little bit hidden, not as out in the community as we would like it to be. So quite frankly, from my perspective, not an option, but the first two locations and arenas that we looked at, potentially so. So we'll be right back. Hi everyone. I'm here at the capacity of a nonprofit organization called Manitoba Drive. Manitoba Drive helps in two different ways. We help in education and we also help in sport. So who here likes to learn? Anybody like to learn here? No? Nobody likes to learn? School, sports, how to cook, how to laugh, how to have fun. There's so many different things that you could learn. So really that's what we're here to do, to help and teach this week and with the program. Twice a week, I believe, I'm going to be coming out and first of all, starting out in the first hour, having fun with everybody here. So it's not about doing anything in depth, it's just about having fun. So we'll have some fun games, different sports, volleyball, soccer, basketball, hockey, etc., but it's all geared towards fun. Now, the second half of that hour is going to be a little bit more elite. So I played basketball at a very high level. I played a short stint with the Winnipeg Cyclones. Some of you might not know that name, but it's removed about 25 years, but it was the last pro team that our city had. So, with that being said, if anybody here wants to learn how to play basketball at a very high level, I'll be here as a guide to help you do that and follow through with it. Okay? So don't be afraid to reach out. This is what our partnership and our program is all about. So Nick, thanks for having us out. And once again, Manitoba Drive is happy to be part of Peaceful Village. So thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Good day, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. It's Vin Robinson here with another exciting moment. We're here today with our focus on community, inclusion, diversity, and bringing it all together. That's what we're here today doing. It's a great day. The sun is out shining and you can see how we affect the community behind us. We're here at a school in partnership with Peaceful Village, and Peaceful Village has after-school programs located at various high schools and junior highs all throughout the city. In particular, there is schools that are in the south end of the city, Acadia, Fort Richmond, and this ties directly into the return of the Fort Garry Invitational Tournament. Coach Vin is going to be here lending himself to getting these kids up and running. First part, starting this summer, is going to be teaching the kids a little bit about fun, just how to relax, take mental stress off, and just get back to having fun and seeing the smiles on everybody's faces. But after that, we're going to bump it up to a little bit more of an elite level. If these kids want to learn how to play hockey, volleyball, baseball, soccer, basketball, football, it doesn't matter. We're going to give them an in-depth shot at becoming great and getting ranked. And this is really what it's all about, putting community back in sport. So I'm happy to be here today, bringing you on this journey. Please make sure to come along for the ride. We'll be right back.